What I'm working on here today is a 2006 F250 XLT two-wheel drive. Now, this is before I installed the RS9000XL Ranchos. As you can tell, it's a little bit bouncy, but the big difference is when I'm driving down the freeway, especially on the pavement that is not asphalt, more like a concrete, because it has that expansion joint. So this is after. Seems like there's not a lot of significant bouncing, but like I said, when I'm driving down the freeway, it's a night and day. This 5100s, Bilstein 5100s are completely out. So when I got the box and pulled out the shocks, I did not notice that the boot is inside of the box. So I installed it without the boot, and of course I have to do the job twice. Life is hard, but it's harder when you're stupid. So anyway, lesson learned. I didn't notice it until the second shocks. So this is the back side. To remove it, I use a little strap there so it doesn't extend way too far out. And I could use it to pull on it to give it some room for me to remove the bolt. And it works. It actually works pretty good. This here is the same concept. You just basically turn the shaft and it extended, and push down on the shocks and then tie off the strap. So it gives me a little bit more room to work on under the truck, because I didn't use any jacks or ramp to raise it up, which it would help a lot. I'm not a big guy, but for the guys that are big guys out there that would have a hard time crawling underneath there. So here I am putting it back, and I use a jack on the back of the hitch to raise it up just a little bit so that I could slide in the bolt. And here it is. I have to remove it and put it back on. The lug nuts is 21 millimeter, and on the aftermarket bolt, I believe I was using 18 millimeter, but it's gonna be depending on what nut it comes with the shocks, of course. And here's my basically my review on it.
XL. I used to have the Bilstein 5100 on it, but I think that one is out after about 8 months of use. For some reason, the front spring of this F250 is just a little too strong for this little 5100s. Rancho is a little bit more thicker. It's adjustable, so I gave it a try. Although this stretch of road here from on 515 in Charleston, it's a little bit smoother right now, but there's a little stretch here that has this washboard effect that when I used to go through here, the front of the truck would just vibrate because of the way it's concrete and it's not asphalt. I don't know if that makes a big difference, but it also has the same problem I had over there on the 215 and 215 in Gibson, all the way to 215 and Eastern. It would just bounce so hard. It's worse than my F150, but I'm also doing an upgrade on that one. I think the shocks on the back there is shot as well. But as you can see on the front here, it's more tamed than it was before. It used to vibrate so hard. I mean, it looks like it's almost what they call the death wobble, but it's more subtle, I guess. For some reason, this one doesn't show as severe as I've seen on some of the trucks that I saw on YouTube. So it's basically it improved. I mean, it's not 100% eliminated. Maybe I waited too long and the tires have started coming. I don't know. I put 40 psi on this KO2s, 33s on this one's, but it still it still vibrates. It's not as smooth as my F150, that's for sure. But this is my first F250, and from what I've read and from what people stated, that the F250 is a little bit more harsher as far as the ride goes. The back end of this is a lot smoother for some reason. the backside of the truck rides almost like my F-150. The previous owner that I talked to last week said that the front spring is a little bit more stiffer than the OEM, because he said he put the towing spring on it. So I guess that's probably the reason why it's a lot more stiffer than normal. If I go down from my driveway and down to the street, it bounces more than twice. So I'm not sure if it's supposed to do that, but it does bounce more than twice. So maybe 3 times. Maybe because the string is just way too stiff. I don't know. They don't make the Bilstein 6112s for the F250, and that one's way beefier than the Rancho from what I've seen, and that's the one I have on my F150, and that is definitely makes a big difference. It's night and day from the 5100s I used to have on the F150 on the fronts than the 6112s. Yes, the price is twice as much, but hey, if I get a better, more, see, here's a stretch here that used to bounce a lot as well, because of the segregation or the separation of the concrete. I don't know, but it's definitely a big improvement from it used to. I don't know if my tires are worn out. I mean, there's plenty of tread left. But I don't know, maybe I waited too long that it actually started the tire to cook. I don't know, and it's causing this vibration. Maybe my tires or my wheels is out of balance. I yet to turn this into a discount tire and get it balanced, but I can tell from like here, it's a lot less balanced than it is with a different type of concrete, because this one's more like an asphalt and it's continuous. Here is more of a concrete type, and as you can see, there's like every 10 feet or every 15 feet or whatever, it has this line of some kind of segregation from the way they lay it out. I think it's called an expansion gap or something like that. I don't know the term, but it's expansion line or whatever, because concrete expands when it gets too hot, or shrink when it's too cold to prevent it from cracking. But here's another stretch over here that is supposed to vibrate a lot, but it's a lot more manageable now. Now I checked all my ball bearings have been replaced. All the string links been replaced with Motorcraft brand parts. They've all been replaced, and I checked my radius on my pivot bushings last week, and that is still good. So it still looks brand new. The radius arm bushings is also like new, so I haven't changed that one. But by just replacing the shocks. Other than that, I think I'm happy with the RS9000XL. I wish it's it's a little bit more beefier. Would have been it would have probably helped us a little bit more, since it is adjustable. They could have made it to where it's you can adjust it to where it's super stiff. Because for the other applications, since it could be adjusted, why not, right? So other than that, I think I paid about 400, and this one here, it vibrates a lot more. If you notice the road, there's a big like it's curved, it's not completely flat. So there's another part there, but it's not it's more subtle than they get used to. Now, but I paid $450 on this on Shucks Surplus. Shout out to those guys. Their customer service is top notch. I try to order as much of my Shucks parts from them from now on, which I just spent another $3 grand on because I bought the Flux 2.5s. But other than that, I'm happy. Big shout out to Shucks Surplus and Rancho 9000XL. We'll see how long or how long it will last. I guess the durability is a big plus. But from what I've read, I could turn in our Rancho has lifetime warranty, and I could turn it in for service. I don't off-road this truck. I tow on it occasionally and drive it once or twice a week just to get the battery charged. Other than that, that is it. Hope this helps. Y'all have a good one out there, and see y'all next time.